Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we will be doing a story time, and the story is entitled My Worst Experience in the Salon. Now you guys, this is juicy. You are going to want to hear this, so let's get straight into it.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
So back in beauty school, our beauty school had a system where as soon as we enrolled, we got like a printout of everything that we are supposed to do before we actually get to leave with a certificate. This was like, say for instance, I don't remember exactly, but it was kind of like you have to do 12 relaxers, you have to do 24 shampoo set, you have to do 24 Marcel curls, you have to do 24 finger wave, and the list goes on. It was a lot of work. And also you had to do 1,000 hours in school, right? So that was the system of the school. Actually, I went to Leon School of Beauty Culture in Jamaica, my home country. I don't know what the schools are like now, but that was what it was like back then. And it is known that Leon School of Beauty Culture is the best beauty school in Jamaica. Truthfully, they are good, and the system was great, because I don't see why you should go to beauty school and stay there 6 weeks. You need way more time to get the experience that you need to go into the salon, to be an assistant, to work for yourself, to be in the salon, period. You need more time and more experience in school. Anyways guys, forget about that. So while I was in beauty school, I was doing well, guys. The only thing I had a problem with, and the teachers and the principal had a problem with me, is because I don't like to wear close-up shoes. I prefer to wear sandals to school. When we were going to school, we had to wear stockings, and we had on full white skirt and top, and stocking and cover-up shoes. Your toes is not supposed to be out, but I had to break that rule because I couldn't wear shoes. So the principal, her name was Mrs. Millwood, and she always come and say, Shanice, please wear your shoes. And I would be like, yes miss, next week I'll do it. And she's like, okay. And I just never get around to it. I just cannot do it. Our schedule was kind of like, I think 2 days a week we had theory, and the other 3 days we had practical. Now how they do it, they allow us to work on each other like a month into school, and then after that we get to work on actual clients, actual humans. So how they set it up is where anybody walking by could actually stop and come into the school to get their hair done by us, right? Now they would pay like a little, like maybe at the time, this is in 2012, they were paying maybe like $500 for a relaxer. And then what the school would do, they would give us half of that $500. And also the person who comes in to get their hair done would have to carry their own product, not shampoo or anything, but if they're going to do a chemical treatment, they would have had to carry the chemical that they will be using. So I remember having this family where every time they come to the school, they would have me do their hair. I would have to do their hair all the time, and if I'm not there, they wouldn't do their hair. I had people coming to the school asking for me when I actually started to work on people who is walking in. And I remember one day I was at school, I think I was almost finished. Like I had probably about 1 relaxer or 2 relaxer. I had maybe 1 finger wave, and I was almost done. And guys, this lady whom I would normally do basically every month, she would come, and she would even come every week for a shampoo set. This lady came in, and I always do her hair. We're like chatting and stuff like that, and she, we were cool because we became familiar with each other. And guys, I remember relaxing the lady's hair, regular relaxing her hair and doing all the things that you would normally do when you're relaxing hair. And guys, I took the lady to the shampoo basin. Everything cool. I gave a good shampoo. I mean, everybody whose hair I've done, they're like, hey, Shani's hands strong. She can shampoo hair, man. Yeah, so I gave a good shampoo. So you see, when I take you to the shampoo basin, you're gonna be relaxing. Your eyes probably be closed. So, like I said, the lady went to the basin and her eyes closed and she relaxed, and I was rinsing out the relaxer. While I was rinsing out the relaxer, I realized that her hair was coming out. Her hair was just coming right out. It was just coming out. It was tearing out. It was falling out. It was just, her hair was actually in the basin, guys. It was in the basin. Her hair was in the basin. Guys, please ignore my ashy lips. I forgot my lip gloss at work, and I am in the car where the AC is so cool, so it's drying out my lip. Anyways, you guys, so when the lady hair started to fall out, I was beckoning to my teacher. I was trying to get my teacher's attention. I was beckoning to her like, miss, because I didn't want the lady to realize that her hair is falling out. So me I said, miss, and the lady never see me. She no realize that me I beckon to her. Guys, I remember vividly. At the time, you know what I did? I stopped and I had this Optimum kit. This Optimum kit where a relaxer comes in it, hairspray, shampoo, treatment. And I remember buying that kit to use on myself. And I went into my station locker and I took out the treatment, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put this on her hair because they say it's supposed to be very good and it has got to stop the hair falling out. And it's upon leaving the shampoo basin that my teachers actually realized what was happening. And when they came to the basin, they were looking and they were like, and I know the lady didn't realize that her hair gone. So when I hurry up and slap on the treatment now, I realized that it kind of stopped, But guys, by this time, when it kind of stopped coming out so rapidly, the lady already had patches. She already had bald patches, Guys, the lady ear pitchy patchy. So when my teacher saw what was happening, one of the teachers took over and started to shampoo her hair and took over from me, because guys, I went into an immediate panic attack. I panicked. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything differently. I did the same procedure like I would normally do on her. Guys, remember, by this time, I am going to school for 6 months. So you would definitely know that I have enough experience to relax a client's hair. Guys, let me tell you how they broke the news to the lady. So at school, I'm going to deviate a little bit. At school, we had the salon at school, and we had a factory that made hair color and hair care products, and we also had a high-end salon where is trained people, not the students working on anybody, actual good stylists work in the salon. So they brought the lady into the salon before she found out that her hair was falling out, you know. They asked her to, hey, come with me, Mrs. So-and-so, come with me to the salon. And then that's when they showed the lady how her hair was looking. Guys, you see, after they took her to the salon, I don't know nothing else, you know. I knew nothing else. I don't know anything else. A relative of mine had to come and pick me up because I panicked until I felt like I was gonna pass out. I got an immediate pounding headache and I felt so terrible, and I had to call home for somebody to come and get me. So when I called home, somebody came and get me and I left. Wasn't sure what happened after I left. I took some days off from school because my teacher called and they were like, Shanice, you know, stay home for a little and start feeling yourself again. And I appreciated that so much because, trust me, I needed a few days off. Guys, when I finally went back to school, my friends was saying, Shanice, this is what they're saying. They're saying that the lady is going to sue the school and all sort of things. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh, because of me, all of this is gonna happen. I was in class and Mrs. Millwood, the principal, called me to her office, and I went into her office and she, you know, checking up on me, how you doing and all of that. And she said to me, Shanice, what happened that day with the relaxer, it's not your fault. And I'm like, how can it not be my fault? It has got to be my fault. I did something wrong. I don't know what I did wrong. How can it not be my fault? I did something wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong, clearly. And she said to me, relax, calm down, relax. The lady relaxer that she brought, remember I tell you guys, if they're doing a relaxer, any chemical treatment, they would have had to carry their product. Mrs. Millwood said the lady brought her own relaxer, correct? And I said correct. And she said the relaxer was expired. The relaxer was expired, hence her hair fell out. She even kept the bottle that I used. She kept the relaxer container that I used and she showed it to me and she said, look at that. The date was long gone. And she said, moving on, don't you ever start using a relaxer, start applying a relaxer on a client's hair without checking the expiry date. And guys, from that day to date, I always check my relaxers and product overall expiry date because it is important. It is so important. And trust me, I was blaming myself, saying, oh my gosh, what could I have done to cause this on myself and on the lady and on the school? I felt like a failure. I felt like I was sinking everybody. And the relaxer expired. The lady brought an expired relaxer for me to use on her. Okay? So, the takeaway from this story is that check your expiry date on all your products. Make it an habit to check your expiry date. Make it an habit to check your expiry date because it is important. And that was my worst experience ever. My worst experience, and trust me, you wouldn't want to experience anything like that because it's devastating. I could understand if it was a case where I wasn't trained and I'm just trying a thing and you know, yeah, but I mean, it was crazy. It was terrible. Worst experience. So please remember, check your relaxer dates, check your product dates. Whatever product you're using, check them just to see if they're up to date. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this story time. I enjoyed it because, trust me, just talking about it, I went back and it was funny. I mean, it's bittersweet it's bittersweet because looking back, I have to laugh now because at the time it was terrible. At the time it was so terrible, I didn't think I could recover. So I have to laugh because of the condition and the state that I was in, but it's not funny, you know, it's terrible. So you guys, as I said, I hope you enjoyed this story time. Guys, I have more story time. Just let me know if you want another juicy story time in the salon because I've got a couple of them. And please don't forget to like the videos. Like the videos when you're watching them. Don't forget to like them. It helps out the channel a lot. It helps YouTube to understand that, hey, this video is good, and in turn push it out to other people who might like the content. Also, don't skip the ads. The ads help us out a lot. Don't skip them. Watch them to support the channel. All right, you guys, we are on our way to 10K subscribers. We don't reach 2K subscribers as yet, but we've got to aim big. So we're on our way to 10K and beyond. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet, and tell a friend to watch the channel. Guys, I have a lot of content ideas, but you guys, oh my gosh, it is not easy to film content in the salon. It's not easy. I need 4 more cameras. I need a camera on my head. I need cameras everywhere to get perfect shots. But guys, as we grow together, as the channel grow, we are gonna get it right. Okay guys, and I have a word for you today, guys. Whatever it is that you have been putting off to start, whether it be a business, whether it be a YouTube channel, whether it be anything that it is, please go towards it. Go for it. Even if you're taking it just one tiny bite at a time, a tiny step, it do add up. All right, and remember, you guys, there is a price to pay for everything. All right, so if you are going to go for what you want, just know that there is a price to pay to get it. And if you think the price that you have to pay is too expensive, it is too tiring, it is too much, then that simply means that you're happy where you are. So guys, I'm encouraging you, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you have been putting off, go for it. Get up and start where you are, and trust me, over time you will get there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you guys had a laugh, and I hope that the video was helpful. Also, as I said, the takeaway is check your expiry dates. All right, bye.